This past week in Tiger basketball, Towson picked up a pair of victories over two of their biggest and oldest rivals. Towson defeating Drexel 77-70 and edging the Blue Hens of Delaware in overtime 101-97. We'll talk about it with head coach Pat Skerry. It's the Tiger basketball report. Sit tight. It starts now.
Or is this the high? Just let it go, enjoy the ride. Without the low, there ain't a high.
AT&T knows the best kind of holiday is the kind where everyone gets what they wished for. Make this holiday extra happy when you buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones. Like the Samsung Galaxy S6. Buy one, get one free. So spread some cheer and capture every minute of it. Right now at AT&T, buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones.
How long does it take to change the game of basketball? Days, years, decades? How about 0.4 seconds? All of a sudden, big ain't so big no more. Small ain't so small. The step back three is the new dunk. Follow through is the new poster. Range is the new hang time. How long to change the game of basketball? 1 second or less.
Wise Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and it's locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How could you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packages of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years at the Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome to the Towson Sports Network studios inside CQ Arena for today's episode of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. The Tigers had 2 victories this week, and they moved to 16-7 overall, 7-3 in their conference. Their 2 wins came over 2 of their biggest rivals. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights from the wins.
Quickly bring it up over the floor. Coach Skerry wants him to push it. Byron spins at the foul line, turns, gets it in the lane to Foster. He'll bank it and score. Walter Foster with the Tigers' first bucket. 4-2 Drexel, 16-10 to go in the half. To Adalamoto, to Morsell. Mike spins in the lane, turns, shoots from 5, nothing but the bottom of the net. 11-4 is Morsell with his first bucket. Looking, gets it to Walter Foster, left of the lane. Walter into the paint, turns, shoots.
Nice.
And the one-handed shot is good. 16-10, Foster with 6. Byron passes back between the circles of Parker Rivera. He's going to drive. Tomas banks it home, his first bucket of the night. And the Tigers back up 25-24 with 5.5 minutes to go in the half. Walter Foster over to Hawkins on the left. Feed back on the right side. Morsell for 3, good. Hawkins passes back left side. Adalamoto wide open for 3, and he cans it. William with his 3rd three-pointer of the night, and the Tigers have retaken the lead, 49-48. Yeah, Drexel shooting 63.3% for the game. Feet down low. Adalamoto flips it left side to McNeil, up top to Keith. He'll launch a three. Rolls around and goes.
He called it. He banked it, but he called
banked and then spun around the rim twice and went through. And we're tied at 54.
He thought we were playing horse.
Tigers with a chance to take the lead. William over midcourt. William flips left side. Hawkins open. Three-point shot is good. Byron Hawkins with his third three-pointer of the night. He dribbles to his right. Back up top to Adalamoto. Hands it off to Keith. Keith right side to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbles through two players, then puts up a crazy shot, and it goes!
That wasn't even a shot.
He lost control of the ball and flipped it forward. It went up and it went in, and he's got a big grin as he stands at midcourt. The Tigers with their biggest lead, 70-64. William brings it up the floor. He's going to come down right side of the lane, give it to Parker Rivera, spins out to Hawkins, wide open for another three, and it's good again. Byron Hawkins with back-to-back threes to start this game, and the Tigers up 6-2.
Great.
Left. Back up top to Adalamoto. Right side, work it into the corner. Morcell, three-point shot is good.
Towson lights out from downtown today so far.
4 of 5 from three-point range. Mike with 5 points, and the Tigers by 10, 16-6. Gets it into the right corner to Foster. Walter feeds it out to Morcell. Wide open for three, and he hits. Mike Morcell with his second. He's got 8. And the Tigers by 11, 26-15. 9:20 to go here in the first half. To Ivory. Ivory over to Morcell on the right. To Walter Foster, who at the buzzer puts up a contested jump shot, and he hit it. 30-18. Tigers by 12. Matches their biggest lead of the game with 6:55 to go in the half. Has it, gets it to Keith. Keith hands it to Parker Rivera, who slams it home. And a technical for Tamaj for hanging on the rim. Over to Morcell, bounce it down left corner to Foster. Foster gets it out to Keith, over to Ivory. Right side, Morcell fakes the three, dribbles down. 15-foot baseline jumper is good. Mike Morcell's got 10, and the Tigers by 5, 56-51. 14:40 remaining in the game. Foster up top, Morcell bounces it to Adalamoto in the paint. Spins, lays it up, banks it home. William Adalamoto with 7. And the Tigers go back up 5, 58-53, 13:35 to go. Get over midcourt. Tigers by 3 with 11:25 to go. To Morcell, going to drive, lays it up and scores. Mike Morcell with 12, and the Tigers up 62-57.
Exactly.
Neal back up top to Keith, 10 on the shot clock. Eddie feeds left corner to McNeil. McNeil to Morcell, going to launch a three-point shot. Banks it home! Oh, he banked it! That was way off the mark, but it goes! Mike Morcell with 18 points, and the Tigers up 94-91 with 37.3 seconds left.
Sophomore Mike Morcell scored 40 points over both the games and hit a huge three-pointer in the overtime period against Delaware. As always, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And, Coach, last year, Mike, as a freshman, hit a huge shot at Elon with 0.3 of a second left. Now this week, he hits the big three against Delaware. What is it about him that he's coming up with these big shots?
Well, he's talented. He's worked hard. We've got great belief in him. And I still think there's still a lot left to get to. Mike's got a chance to be a special player. You know how excited I've been about him since we've got him. So he's got confidence. He's got swagger. He's a lot more competitive than we initially thought. I love that about him. Sometimes we've got to channel that competitiveness. But Mike's a guy we're going to ride. There's no question about that.
The other thing that a lot of fans may not realize is most of the time he's defending the best scorer on the other team.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't have quite the defensive success he normally has against Corey Holden and Mosley. I don't know if any of us did. Mike plays both ends. We've asked him to do a lot. I believe he's having, in my opinion, an all-conference type of year. I think it's early in his career, but a chance to be one of the really good Towson players that's played here. And I just love his energy in practice. I love him as a kid. He's a guy you can get into. He gives it back to you a little bit. He comes from a great family. He's got a younger brother that can really play. They're just good. Mike's a great guy to be around.
All right, the 2 wins. First against Drexel. This was a team that you guys basically manhandled here at CQ Arena. You go up there, you knew it wasn't going to be the same kind of game that Drexel was going to give you all they had, and they did for 40 minutes.
Yeah, Bruiser Flint does a great job. Drexel absolutely could have won that game. We were fortunate to get out of there. I was proud of the way our guys stuck together. I think the reality with Drexel is that, you look how close they've been. If they had Damian Lee, they arguably could be the best team in the league. They prepare well, they run good offense, they scout well, they got tough physical guys. So we knew it would be a tough game, and we were, like I said, fortunate to get out of there with the victory.
I know you were proud because Drexel came right out. They had a 10-point lead early in the game, and you guys fought back, took a 1-point lead at halftime, and then it was nip and tuck throughout the second half. But your guys did hang in. Tough place to play. The atmosphere is kind of different there than it is in most places.
Yeah, it is. We like going to Philly. We've been fortunate to win there 3 of the last 4 years and lost a close one last year. But, I got great respect for Brew and his team and his club, and I hope we don't see them again until next year. And like I said, when you're in the 9th best league in the country, there are no, to me, there were no upsets. Rodney Williams was terrific. They got a great little point guard, freshman, and Terrell Allen, and their wings are good. Mohica, Tavon Allen, Abif's a veteran. So you try to do enough to, you look at their season last week, could have beat Towson, could have beat Hofstra. They literally lost both in the last 2 minutes. So, I just don't think there's a lot of separation amongst teams.
All right, then the Delaware game here at CQ Arena. You get out to a big lead. Delaware is a team that, they haven't won a conference game. I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's it. We're going to knock them out because they're so down that they may just say, pack it in. But they didn't. And as you mentioned, Corey Holden and the other kid, Mosley, they had tremendous ball games against you, and that was one of the wildest games you're ever going to see.
Well, that was our intention. Could we jump them early? We've gotten the big leads at home, Wilmington, Drexel, and we did here. But Delaware, Monte Ross and his staff did a great job. They had a good game plan. They played zone. They ran long sets. They took care of the basketball. They beat us off the dribble. They milked some sets, and their 2 guards, Holden and Mosley, was spectacular. We couldn't stop the 3. And we couldn't keep them off the foul line. But I thought they had a great game plan. That's the best 0-10 team I've ever seen in any conference. And they've got a couple of all-conference players and arguably the best scorer in the league.
That's a team that they get that first win, and maybe that opens the floodgates, and they could be a pain in the neck to somebody come tournament time.
Oh, there's no question. I'm not, like I said, I'm not team hope we don't see again. In my opinion, I'm glad we're done playing. Those 2 teams, they're going to clip 2 or 3 teams down the stretch, both of those programs.
All right, so the Tigers finished 4-0 against Delaware and Drexel, and that's all the time we have for today's Tiger Basketball Report. Make sure you check out TowsonTigers.com or the Towson Tigers on YouTube on Wednesday for another episode of the Tiger Basketball Report, where Pat Skerry and I will preview the first leg of the Tigers' longest road trip of the year as they head to South Carolina to take on the College of Charleston Cougars. For head coach Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for joining us here on the Tiger Basketball Report. And as always, go Tigers.